I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is awesome.
Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Food for Thought on OnsideCook.com. I'm your host, Tim T. Money Miller. I know Philadelphia Philly fans, you don't want me coming out and saying it because I've been saying it for a while, but just want to give a little bit of a shout out to Dominic Brown, National League Player of the Week for the past week. You know, he batted .386, 2 homers, 2 doubles, a triple, and a league-tying 7 RBIs in that stretch. And he added to that last evening, Tuesday night, at Fenway Park against the Boston Red Sox, a 3-1 victory for the Philadelphia Phillies. Dominic Brown hitting his 11th home run of the season. Cliff Lee comes in the stopper once again. He's 6-2 on the year. 5 of those wins have been off of a Philadelphia Phillies losing streak. And then Jonathan Papelbon comes in, finishes the 9th inning off a 1-2-3 inning that included Dustin Pedroia and David Ortiz, Big Papi. Jonathan Papelbon gets his 10th save of the year. At his old home, and Cinco Ocho was definitely in full force last night at Fenway Park. Dominic Brown, I was saying it. You were saying 400 at-bats. Not everybody, but a lot of the Phillies fan base after 400 at-bats was kind of ruling this kid out. I defended him. Good to see him at least succeeding at a small level here. You know, we're not even halfway through the 2013 MLB campaign, but already National League Player of the Year. And I have to say it, the most consistent offensive threat in the Philadelphia Phillies lineup, not that it's saying that much with the other players that are placed in the lineup, but Dominic Brown has been that most consistent threat. 11 home runs on the season, 30 RBIs, heck of a start for him. We'll see as the season continues. And honestly, in my opinion, he's that one piece of this Phillies roster offensively that isn't tradable. Even that, I would put the pitchers on the trade block because there has to be a youth movement thrown into play here for the Philadelphia Phillies, in my personal opinion. You need to get some offensive prospects. We have some good pitching prospects, Trevor May, the Jesse Biddles of the world. Offensively, you got Cody Ashley, third base. Tommy Joseph at 190, the catcher in the minors right now. Cesar Hernandez probably is going to be your second baseman if you let Chase Utley walk at the end of the year. I like Freddie Galvis still, in my personal opinion. But I think Dominic Brown is that one offensive piece. He's showcasing now that he can be more consistent. He's got power. He's starting to steal bases. He has 2 stolen bases already this season, and that didn't even start until, mid of May. He finally stole his first base. In back-to-back games, he had 2 stolen bases. He's definitely got some tools. Recognized that earlier in his career, but Wally Joyner, give him a lot of credit. Fixed that swing, the grip on the bat. Dominic Brown has been very successful. I hope this continues. Hopefully we see more of him continuing to succeed in 2013 and beyond for the rest of his career, hopefully. So, that's my thoughts on Dominic Brown. I'll let it go, though, Let's see how he continues the rest of the season. I really want to get into here is last night's NBA Eastern Conference Finals, Game 4, as the Indiana Pacers tie the series up 2-2 with the Miami Heat. You see the picture there. In my opinion, the kryptonite for the Miami Heat is a productive big man. Roy Hibbert has been very productive, and this series could be 3-1 if Frank Vogel would have recognized that. And there's no guarantee there, but Roy Hibbert, and at the end of the game where LeBron just drives right on in by a missed defensive play by Paul George, he meets Roy Hibbert underneath the basket instead of getting that easy layup, and I think that it's a different ball game. But it is tied up at 2-2. Roy Hibbert comes out in huge play last night. 23 points, 12 rebounds, had a great second effort play at the end of that game. He missed a hook shot, drove back in, got the rebound, scored 2 points, and got the foul, got a 3-point play out of it. Roy Hibbert had a huge monster game, in my opinion, to tie the series up 2-2. Miami looked good. Miami's key, of course, we talk about the productive big man being the key for the Pacers. Miami's key is getting that fourth guy involved. We saw that in game number 3. Udonis Haslem was hitting that 12 to 15-footer on regularity, very consistent, and had that shot open consistently as well. Because, you got to focus on the king, LeBron James. You got to focus on Dwayne Wade. You got to focus on Chris Bosh. Haslem had his opportunities to be open, and he made successful shots that helped his team dominate in Game 3. So now we have Game 5 tomorrow night. Can't wait. I'm actually kind of excited. This has been a very fun series to watch. I really want to get into the discussion here on NBA's instant replay. And the referees were inconsistent in last night's ball game and most of the series thus far, and that went both ways. He had the 24 second shot clock violation against the Indiana Pacers, where there was a shot by Roy Hibbert that hit the rim. They didn't call it that. They said it didn't hit the rim, and they lost 2 points because of that. They eventually scored, but there was a shot clock violation. Didn't review it. LeBron James gets fouled out of the game. The King had to leave the court with a minute left in the ball game, less than a minute left, because of a moving pick. It was a very weak foul to call. So the refereeing went both ways if you really want to blame something. I don't think that the referees decided anything in this game, but they made calls that went and factored on both sides of the ball. And I want to talk about the use of instant replay in the NBA. We saw it not used in that particular situation with the 24-second shot clock violation. We saw it used in a play later in the game, very late in the game, last couple minutes or so, on a possession that went out of bounds either off of Ray Allen's arm or that skidded off the side of David West's leg. They said they called it initially out on David West. They reviewed it and they didn't see anything that could clear it up, so it stayed off of David West. What are your thoughts here on instant replay? We talk about Major League Baseball getting an enhancement on instant replay. We see the NFL's using it, NHL's using it, and they're all used differently in each sport. But the NBA, do you think that it's critical to basketball to have this instant replay? What should it be used for? Are they using it properly? Should it be enhanced? Should it be negated? Should there be even less use of the instant replay in the NBA? This is the topic we're going to talk about on tomorrow's show. So send in your thoughts various different ways. I'll be on Twitter at Tim Money Miller. That's my personal Twitter account. You can also do the Onside Cook one at Onside Cook. Leave comments on the show notes at onsidecook.com, youtube.com/onsidecook. Subscribe so we can talk on a regular basis about great sports topics, debatable, opinionated sports topics. And we're also facebook.com/onsidecook. Thank you for your time, guys. Look forward to Game 4 tomorrow. We'll talk earlier in the day about NBA instant replay on anything that's going on in the world of sports. I am, like I said, Tim Money Miller from onsidecook.com, and this is your food for thought. Enjoy your day.